that you start to change, or like you don't recognize the person you see when you look in the mirror.
Yeah, that's true. It's too many people that do that though. Hey, hey, I'm not sure who is on. Hello, hello. I don't know if you guys saw the topic. Those who watched me before, you kind of know how I do. I don't really play around. I get straight to it. Today I have a guest. Share the live, tag some people in. Please make sure y'all comment. Please make sure y'all ask her questions. She is here for to be interviewed, y'all. She is the expert. I'm just here to listen. I'm just here to ask the questions. So y'all make sure y'all tag her in on them questions. We're talking about how do you achieve happiness in marriage? Because a lot of people talk about happy marriages or unhappy marriage, but what really is that? Like, what does that really look like, and how do you get there? I
Um,
am branded now, guys. I am monetized. So if you want to support the brand, a share, a like, a heart, donate to the brand, giving to stars to us, all of that helps support our brand. So let's go ahead and get started. Can you go ahead and give us an introduction?
well, hello, my name is Trishelle Marks. I've been married for 5 years now. I'm a mother of two. Um, yeah, and that's
Okay. You do you have a brand or anything?
I don't. No.
Okay. All right. So what made you choose this topic?
Well, I've been following you for a little while now, and I agree with a lot of the things that you say. And I just remember one time you posted about, like happy couples or people like in happy marriages never speak on it. So
Okay.
here I am.
And y'all, I hope y'all not hearing that. Somebody want to cut the grass all of a sudden. They right by my window. But I appreciate you reaching out. I try to tell everybody my platform is about personal growth, relationships, and friendships. It does not matter what your title is. Everybody has been through something in life. So it does not matter if you're single, divorced, widowed, whatever. Everybody got an experience to speak on. So I appreciate you reaching out and wanting to talk about marriage. So go ahead and
Absolutely.
describe what a happy marriage looks like.
So first, I just want to say, like, there is no like cookie cutter like relationship that says like, okay, this is a happy marriage. I feel like for people to be happy in their marriage, you first need to define what happy is for you. And you need to be able to do that as an individual. And then when you find a partner, find somebody that's not going to take that happiness away from you. I'm sorry. Somebody that is going to add to it and allow you to just be you in that happiness that you already have.
Mhm.
And then once y'all can bring that together, then
Yeah.
that's a happy marriage. Whatever that, once you define happy, like whatever that is for you.
Hmm. And I think it's going to go into one of my other questions, but that be the thing with my brand. I don't think people understand when I do what I do. A lot of it is general, but a lot of it is from my own experience. A lot of it is from observations. A lot of it is from me being on other platforms, reading comments, reading books. It's the happy part. It's the individual happy part. And I think a lot of us run into trying to have somebody else make us happy. And when you don't have that
Mhm.
happiness, we see it. We see it. But when you don't have that happiness, the person that you also trying to be with, trust and believe if they're not there for your good, they're going to use that. They're going to
Mhm.
manipulate that because they're going to see that you're an unhappy person. They're going to see that you are a person that you want them to make you happy. So they're going to give you breadcrumbs, and they're gonna do just enough for you to fall in love and to think, oh dang, this person really loved me whole time. In the back of their mind, they trying to figure out the rest of the ways to manipulate you because they
And if
see that you're not happy with yourself.
Yep, and if it is somebody that's there for you and you're not happy with yourself, you're gonna push them away.
That part. That part. And they might not leave right away, but trust and believe you are pushing them away because
Mhm.
you're sowing your seeds of unhappiness, you're sowing discord, you're sowing insecurities, you're sowing traumas, you're sowing so much stuff into this person. And people can only take so much because we all going through our own thing. So if a
Exactly.
person is trying to love you, if a person is trying to love an unhappy person, they're gonna have a breaking point after a while.
Exactly.
Guys, get your questions in. We're talking about a happy marriage. How do you get to the happy marriage? She made a good point about you got to be a happy individual first. And I preach that all the time. You got to be, it got to start with you first. Getting married don't fix all your issues beforehand. I said that plenty of times on posts and videos. So then the next question is, how do you get to the place of having a happy marriage?
You gotta figure out what the purpose is for your marriage. Like, we can't just get married because we love each other.
I like that. I like
Because
that. I do. I like that.
Because in a long-term relationship, a long-term marriage, y'all are gonna fall in and out of love.
Facts. Ooh.
And so
for real.
if you don't have a purpose for your marriage, as soon as you start to fall out of love, when you go on that roller coaster and it start to go down, y'all gonna like be trying to walk away.
Yeah.
But if you define a purpose and y'all both like have the same purpose and y'all know what the goal is for your marriage, y'all gonna work towards that purpose to fall back in love.
Yeah. I swear to God, I love how you said that. Find a purpose, because that's the thing. A lot of people's purpose for getting married is, I just want that ring. I want to be able to flash it, or I just want the last name, or I just want to say I'm the wife. Like
I want to have a wedding.
Yeah, I want to have a wedding. Like
yes,
you gotta have a purpose. I got kids and I don't want to be have kids out of wedlock. Like that's not a purpose for a marriage. You gotta have a purpose, because like you said, you're gonna go through them ups and downs. It's gonna be all kind of stuff going in, because you're gonna be dealing with something, he's gonna be dealing with something. Everybody goes through their own individual emotional and mental problems. But if you don't have that purpose, that's how easy it is for another person to creep in as well. You don't have a purpose for your marriage, so now y'all on the rocks and the hills and the valleys, and now you kind of like, man, I gotta find something to keep me happy, because right now I want to strangle this person. So then instead of having a purpose and a goal, like, you know what, this what we doing, let me retreat back and get myself together. You're gonna be like, well, shit, let me go see where I can find this happiness at. And it ain't even gotta be another person. It could be drinking, it can be, putting your focus into like maybe a hobby or a brand, and you totally disengaging from your partner. It can be anything. It ain't necessarily got to, anything to do with cheating all the time. But can you see the comments? Hey ladies.
Hey LaDonna, hey Ashlyn.
And I got some married people on my post. Y'all please ask her y'all questions. Y'all even chime in if y'all just got comments and ain't got no questions. As married women, y'all get these questions out, especially as women. I feel like, and I got a video I'm gonna post soon. I might do it live. I love that you even want to talk about marriage, because I feel like as women, we down each other so much, especially over titles. The minute we mad at a woman, we want to talk about her relationship title. And I don't think people understand, like, I'm not defined by their relationship title. I'm defined by me. And I really love how you said in the beginning, you have to be happy, because with or without this relationship, I'm going to be dope as fuck. I hate when women beat each other up because, oh, well, you ain't married, or, oh, you married, but your man don't post you. Like, we fight over the stupidest things. We beat each other up as women over the stupidest things. But I'm sorry, I'm off my rant. I'm going to go to my next question. But y'all share the live. Keep commenting, y'all. Support your girl with your brand. Support your girl's brand. Give stars. Donate. Comment. Heart the post. Help my algorithms, y'all. But the next question is a marriage supposed to be happy all the time?
Girl, we want it to be, right? We want it to be, but no. And I don't know, whoever said it was gonna be 112 and lingerie every day, they lied. No, that's not what it is. Because some days I wake up and I look, your breath stink. I want to hit you in your face just because your breath stink.
I hope you watch it.
He in the other room, he hear me.
Okay. I hope he don't hear you then. Nah. But no, that's facts. But keep going.
But no, like seriously, like I said, you're gonna go through periods of times where you fall in and out of love. And it could be like, it don't even have to necessarily be a problem. Before we were married, like, we were born by ourselves. We are individuals. So sometimes you might just want to be by yourself, and that's normal. Like that's going to happen.
Yeah. I got another video I'm gonna post. I don't know when I'm gonna post it, but I actually made a post before about it too. But I said that we are individuals, and I said because you are married, that does not mean let go of your individuality. I think a lot of us, when we get married or just in relationships, because it started there first, too. But when you get in a relationship or you become married, it's like we give our all to this person so much to the point where we literally lose ourselves. And now we've placed our happiness into this other person. We've given them all the power to make us happy to the point where we lose ourselves to where when they can't make us happy, now we don't know what to do. Now we lost, we stressed out, like, ah, damn, I'm not happy. And we don't know how to go get our own happiness because we don't know us. So ladies in the comments, anybody that's watching, I mean, what do y'all think? Is there any way y'all feel like marriage is supposed to be happy all the time? Because I also know people who say relationships shouldn't be work. And I tell people, if you hear anybody that say that, please run. Don't get in the time of the day because it's going to be work.
Yeah.
2 different personalities, especially if it's a man and woman, you got different levels of emotional stages, different levels of mental stages. Like,
you got to think about love languages too.
And
like your love language might be different from that person.
Then you got to think about men even knowing that, because a lot of men, they be like, love language, I don't care about that.
Yeah, what is that?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like women are into that. So it's even the battle of that, getting men to understand their love language or even yours.
And they might not even know or understand like what it means, like to the love language, like if they hear that phrase.
Yep.
But a man knows, okay, if my woman cooked for me, like I know she loved me. Or if my woman like touched my back, like, if she want to have sex with me all the time, then I know she loved me. And your partner, that might not be their love language.
Yep.
My love language might be getting gifts. Mm-hmm. So I'm like study buying you gifts, and you like I don't care about that. Like, you never want to spend time with me. So, like.
And I would go as far as even saying that. So, like, while you're learning each other, because everybody, like the commenter said, she said, no, ma'am, you're not going to be happy all the time. We go through seasons. So even with that, we got to realize, okay, while you are learning your partner's love language, even learning yours, because I don't even feel like we always know ours. And even if we know ours, I feel like sometimes we do go through those seasons where it changes. Like what I used to want physical touch. During this season, I need you to chill out for a minute, give me time, go chill out. I don't want you to touch me right now. So it's like we even change during the season. So
exactly.
You gotta have a happy place. That way you can even give your partner grace to learn your love languages, even to learn their own. So no, it ain't gonna be happy all the time, and you ain't gonna be happy all the time. That's a myth. We want it to be, but it just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Next commenter said, we bury ourselves trying to be a mother and wife, and bam, we have to unbury us again. I want you to comment to that one.
That's I can say I'm gonna get personal for a minute. I got 2 little ones, like 2 and 4. So like I had babies like back to back, and just kind of dealing with, postpartum and trying to learn how to be a mom and learning to be a wife. You heard me say 4.
Yeah.
And we've only been married 5 years. So I'm still like, that was a lot of changes within, like a year time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I was kind of going there. I kind of buried myself in being a mother, being a wife. And it kind of took me a minute to kind of get myself back. And I had to kind of step away from everybody and everything to kind of refocus.
Girl, you finna make me cry. I'm trying not to cry. They ain't never seen me cry. I ain't finna do it.
Don't cry, because I'm here to cry with you.
You ain't finna get me to cry. But Ashley, and a shout out to you, because like my son is about to be 14 in a couple months, and I only have one child, but I've been going through that. It's like you bury yourself into other people. And although I'm not married, I haven't buried myself into a man. I've buried myself into dating. I've buried myself into my friends. I've buried myself into being a mother or into my brand. And you lose yourself. And I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I made a post and I said, I see this post, it was post trending saying something like, um, I'm gonna do it. I wake up every day to do it for my kids or something along those lines. And I actually made a post and I said, listen, what I do is not for my son. Everything I do is for me. Because if I'm not happy, my son ain't finna get that part of me. If I'm not happy, my friends, my man, whoever is not finna get that part of me. So I don't do it for them. And that was something I had to rewire my mind. Like I said, it was either last year or year before. I had to rewire my mind. I'm doing it for me. And once I have me together, once I'm up to par and I'm happy and I find my happiness and don't let nobody take that away from me, that happiness and that peace within, it's going to overflow to everybody that's attached to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I feel like when you're doing things only for other people, even for your kids, because you're going to get times where your kids going to get on your nerves where it's like, listen, I had moments where, look, I didn't even want no kids. And I had to get to the point like, I don't even want to be no mama. So when you do it for them, you start to lose your hope. So I'm an advocate. Don't do it for your kids. Don't do it for your man. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for you. You got to start there doing it for you. But did you want to say anything else to what she said about burying ourselves?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So then another person said, if you're marrying to be happy, don't get married. And I don't know if my system is glitching, but it's not showing the profile picture of this person. But whoever you are, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Because if you are marrying to be happy, don't get married.
Yeah, it's not gonna last.
It's not gonna last. Definitely not gonna last. It's gonna be so conditional, so conditional. And then the way life is hitting us, we on roller coaster so much, baby. You gonna fail. You're gonna fail and drop so many times. Next commenter said, yes, I felt that. Have to regain our focus and also our self-confidence. So I think she was coming back to what you were saying, especially with the postpartum. Like, we don't talk about that enough. And that's why I promise I hate when we are like so bashing each other. Like, we go through so freaking much from our hormones, postpartum, just losing ourselves like so much. But it's like we are vultures to each other. And I don't understand it for the life of me.
Yes.
It's like we don't have real women empowerment that we need to be having. And then when you see somebody trying to do it, here we go again. We at their neck. Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. Why are you picking people apart? Why are you picking women apart? We're here to help.
Exactly.
Your marriage ain't going well, but hey, I've been there too. So let me tell you what I did, or kind of, help shift you to where I had to shift to. We don't do that though. We screenshot people, we talk about people. Hey, her dude did this to her, and she acting like, she posting all these vacations, but he, did such and such. Like, come on, man.
Exactly.
Next commenter, she said, yes, you will lose yourself if you don't find a balance. Make time for yourself, your man, and your kids.
Yes, Shayla.
Yeah. Me time is so important. I'm sorry. I had to tell, it was actually a married guy. He got on my post and he was saying he don't agree with the individuality part, right? And he quoted a scripture, and I hate this too. People don't even fully live by the Bible, but they want to quote scriptures to try to condemn somebody else. But he said, no, the Bible says when you're married, the two become one, right? That's totally out of context. That don't mean you control me. That don't mean you are who I am. You know what I mean? Like, don't preach that. Don't teach that wrong. Like that. No, I have to find time still for myself. I still need me time because I'm an individual.
Yes.
Then I give you your time, son, daughter. Then I give you your time, man, husband, whatever.
And me and my husband, we done worked on this so much. He didn't got to the point where, like, if I'm neglecting myself, he'll be like, hey, I'm going to take the girls. Like, you just had a house to yourself. Like, I got you a bottle of wine in the refrigerator. I'll take you a bubble bath. Like, we'll be back in a couple hours.
Shout out to him. Tell him, I said, shout out to him and tell him that type of thing, men aren't taught that either. it's like you have to learn that by going through life. You have to learn that by reading. You have to learn that by talking to other men. Men are not necessarily taught that. So tell him we need men like him to start speaking on those type of things. So other men, you know what I'm saying? So other men can hear like, oh, okay, so when she aggravated and she don't tell me why, this is why she needs some time to herself. And he can step in and, you know what I'm saying, take that load off. Hey guys, okay, so that was Charlie. Okay, Charlie, I don't know why your profile picture ain't showing up, but shout out to you for that comment. He's been married 10 years.
Okay.
I believe so. He know what it is. He's the one that said, "Don't get if you're marrying to be happy, don't get married."
She said that's my son already.
Mama, you did a good job. You did a good job because men don't do that often. But again, it's not like they're taught how to protect a woman's mental state, the woman that they're with, or their emotions. So shout out to you, Mom. You did a great job with him. Let me go to my next question. Sorry, I got off. And guys, again, share the live, heart it, like it. If there's a star button there and you guys are blessed with my brand, give me some stars. Give me some stars. Donate to the brand. If you want to be a guest on my podcast, please inbox me so we can set that up. So my next question was, is marriage supposed to make you happy? I think we kind of covered it, but with the way it's worded, do you want to touch that again? Is marriage supposed to make you happy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's not supposed to make you happy. But it's not supposed to make you sad either.
True.
If like we had already said earlier, if you're not already happy, you can't depend on this other person to give you happiness. You can't depend on this relationship to give you happiness. That's not gonna happen.
That's true. Do you think, now this is not a question, but just based off what you said, well, this wasn't a question I had beforehand, but just based off what you said, do you think a lot of people go into it, not just marriages, but relationships altogether, do you think they go into it thinking that the other person is supposed to make them happy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then that's where the disappointment comes in at. You had, I don't know if it was a video that you made earlier or if it was a post, but you talked about the butterfly season.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, in this butterfly, and that goes for men and women. In this butterfly season, I'm giving you my representative. I'm giving you everything that I think you want, everything that's gonna make me look good to you.
Thanks.
And all this stuff, it's gonna make you happy at first. But as soon as I stop doing that, or as soon as I show my true colors, if you was expecting me to make you happy, like now the stuff is gonna hit the fan.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be happy. Like it's gonna be drama.
Yep. And I was talking to somebody else yesterday. I was talking to a young lady and she was telling me about a guy, and I was telling her, and that's lovely. Like, he's a different guy than you've ever experienced, and I love that for you. But be careful, because all of us bring butterflies and representatives in the beginning, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally. We like you. So we want to give you our best parts of us, you know. So we're very attentive. We plan dates, you know. We make sure we call. We make sure we say good morning. We're attentive in the beginning. And I said, I don't think people are supposed to actually become official until you've seen a person in all 4 seasons of their life. And when I say 4 seasons, I mean all of them emotions. So I need to see that when I do something and you get pissed off at me, I need to see how you're going to handle me. Because if you put your hands on me, that's my exit on out. I'm not sticking around to see the other 3 seasons. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to be a little careful with thinking that another person is supposed to make us happy, and definitely thinking that marriage is going to make us happy. Before I go to my next question, this commenter, Shayla, she said, yes, we've been expecting people to fulfill areas they are meant to fulfill, then feeling, I think I'm reading that wrong. Correct me if I'm reading this wrong. Yes, we've been expecting people to fulfill areas they are meant to fulfill, then feeling some type of way when they don't.
Might have been a typo. I think then beginning,
I think it's
beginning,
a typo, but
then feeling some type of way.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm trying to. It's a typo, so I'm trying to interpret it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so she said, yes, we expect people to fulfill the areas they are meant to fulfill or aren't meant to fulfill. Then we start feeling some type of way when they don't. So it's basically we place, and I got another video, may do a live on that too, but it's that unrealistic expectation. So we got these ideas that we feel like they should fulfill for us, and then back to what Shayla said. Then when they don't fulfill that, oh, now we mad. Now you're not
Yeah,
doing your job. You're not doing your job because you're not making me happy. Then there's the blame game.
exactly.
Lack of accountability, lack of self-care, insecurities come in. Everything come in through it. Okay, she said, okay, aren't meant to fulfill. Okay, so we expect people to fulfill areas that they are not meant to fulfill, and that's true. That's true. Shayla, can you in the comments, can you name just a couple of things that we like areas that we expect them to fulfill things that they aren't supposed to fulfill? Can you just name a couple of them? And then anybody else that's watching, if you have any ideas too, name a couple of things that we expect people to fulfill that they aren't supposed to be fulfilling in our life, and then we get mad when they don't fulfill it. So you say you can see the stuff on the screen, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna let you read your mother-in-law comment.
Okay, so happiness comes from within. If you're not happy with self, you won't be happy in life. Whether it be family, work, friendships, etc. You will suck the life out of someone looking for something no other person can give you. Look, y'all, when I tell you, not only was my husband a blessing, this woman right here, like, she is my spiritual guide. Like, when I'm stressed out or I need any type of life advice, I call her
Mm-hmm.
because she get me together every time.
And we need that and since that's your mother-in-law, she's older, and I love that because I be seeing a lot of older women, and I'll be like, baby, you supposed to be giving me wisdom. You really talking like that?
You just as lost as my
Yes.
generation.
So that right, so that's good that she's able to even provide that for you, because that's what we're lacking. Even as women, as wives, we're lacking that. So I love that you have that in her, and shout out to you for that comment. So just in case anybody else is confused too, I know Ashton says send me the Cash App. She don't know how to do the stars. So the Cash App is also in my caption. I think I put it in my caption, but if there's a star button on there, when you hit the stars, it should be a star icon somewhere on there. But when you hit the star, it'll pop up an amount to give. So you got a choice between $1 to $10. You just click that amount, and it'll send you to where you need to, I guess, pay the star or whatever. So, but if not, if you still want the Cash App and you don't see it in the caption, I'll inbox it to you when I'm done. But keep y'all comments coming, guys. Tag some people in, get some questions in to our guests. I do have a few more questions for her, and then we'll be ending if nobody else have any more questions for her. But definitely get y'all questions in. She said, "Love and light, daughter-in-law."
I love you.
So then Shayla said, "Peace. We expect people to bring us peace, and no one can truly bring you peace but you." That's that inner peace, Shayla. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have inner peace like they say. And like we'll type it out, but you typing out peace and peaceful stats and all that don't bring
Mhm.
inner peace in. It's a self-work. You got to do the work for that. Then she said, also love, you got to love yourself. You can't expect people to love you and you don't even love you. Yeah. Yeah. And then one of our other commenters, he said, Shayla, I slightly disagree. Can you let us know which part you disagree on? And it's
Yeah.
okay. Look, listen, I want to tell y'all, because I be getting into it with so many people like, bruh, sis, just, it's okay that you disagree. It's okay that I disagree. Let's keep the conversation going without being disrespectful. You don't have to take it personal when someone disagrees with you. Okay, so he said, just because you have peace doesn't mean a person can't come in and disturb that. Yeah, and that's true, Frederick. That's true, P. But I think what she's commenting to is the initial part of it. So the initial part of it is, I think she's talking about people who expect the other person to bring them peace when they don't initially have any peace within. So I think that's the aspect she's speaking from. But both of you guys are absolutely right. Both of you guys are absolutely right. So P, you're speaking to the end of it, in which that's the other part of it, to where now you got to protect the peace that you took time to build up within yourself. So you guys are actually both right in what you're in the direction you're going with it.
He said,
Okay.
"Oh, okay."
I love that though, y'all. I love that though. But that's what conversation is like I said, he said I slightly disagree, and I love the fact that he didn't disrespect her when, you know, with his comment. But he slightly disagreed, but they both were speaking from the right aspect of it. So if you come from her aspect and his aspect, you bring it's a whole. So you catching both ends of it, in which I gotta have the inner peace, like she said initially. It's my responsibility to do the work. I can't make my husband, boyfriend, friend, I can't make them bring me peace. I got to do that. But then he came from the aspect, now I got to get to the point where I got to protect my peace, because although I have the peace within, it's very easy for somebody to come mess it up and disturb it.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for the comments. So the next question, once you reach a dark place in marriage, is all hope of happiness lost?
Not at all. If both people like love each other and like, or you choose to love each other, and like, you know, that's going back to that purpose. You know what your purpose is, and you want to see the end goal. You want to see the results of what y'all started. You just have to do things that are familiar. Touch each other. Like if one of them is sitting on the couch watching TV, just go sit next to them. Put your hand on their thigh or something. Put your feet on, you know, just do little small things. If you know he like a certain candy bar or something, just on your way home from work, stop and get that candy bar for him. Go on small dates, like write each other notes. Do things that you did at the beginning of your relationship to try to reconnect and try to come back together.
That's that word right there. They're reconnecting. I made a post and I said I wish more married people would speak on like relationship stuff. You know, I see a lot of people bashing single people for speaking on it, but I'm like, well, damn, who gonna speak on it? You know, married people ain't even speaking on it, and we need y'all to speak on it. And it's just exactly what you just did. It's not telling us y'all business, y'all marriage stuff. It's not telling us personal things, but it's telling us y'all experience, the lessons that you learn. Like, we need to hear that. Just as simple as what you just said. Okay, how do you get from a dark place? Well, reconnect. How do you reconnect? If you know your person, you'll know, hey, you know what? We ain't doing so well right now, but I don't want to keep this distance between us or this dark place so long. So let me go, even if I don't say nothing to him or her, let me just go give him a hug and then walk away. You know, like reconnect some way, somehow, though. Like you said, touch the thigh. Touch is powerful. And I don't think we realize how you don't even got to say no words. Just a touch alone, especially with the person you love, is powerful as heck. You know, but don't keep that dark place there out of stubbornness. Like, oh, well, you ain't say sorry. So until you say sorry, I ain't finna, you know, do my part. That ain't what you married for then.
Yeah.
What you married for. Yeah. Somebody gonna have to be the bigger person and carry that load, you know, and reconnect back with y'all. Yeah, P. That's true. A lot of married couples aren't happy or have healthy marriages, but I know a nice amount that are. And so it's like, those are the ones I'm talking about. You know, like, do what she just did. She just gave some good tactics. So I hope even those that ain't married, if you just in a regular relationship, do what she just said. If you're going through a bad spot with your person, you know, buy a card, send a text, give a hug. Don't badger them. Don't argue about something. Just hug them, kiss them, and walk away. Like, these are the things that married people should be, you know, speaking on to help us. Because we don't care about the ones that ain't happy. We're trying to find the ones that's happy, because most of us are trying to get there. So of course I don't want to I want to hear from the unhappy people, because you ain't doing nothing but spreading toxicity. So of course I don't want to hear from y'all. But
we happy and healthy over here.
Okay. And the thing is, even with that, because we go through seasons, right? So even if I'm not happy at that moment, you ain't gonna know, because I'm busy trying to figure out how to get us back happy. And
it took work to get here, but you know, I said it took work to get here, but
yeah. That man say, look at Derek Jackson. Okay. Yeah, I got you, P. I got you. So going on to the next question, y'all get some. I love y'all comments. Get some questions into her though, y'all. I had my own questions, but get her some hard questions. I feel like mine been too easy. She been like going right in for them. Y'all, give her some hard questions to answer. We got about 10 more minutes, y'all. Put her to work.
Let me still.
Put her to work, y'all. Get her some questions. So the next question said, do you think that a wife or husband's happiness matter more?
Absolutely not. It's 50-50. We should both be equally happy. If we not, why we together? What we doing?
Yeah. You know the phrase I hate the most? The happy wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
I despise that phrase so much.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah. And the reason I despise that is because I do feel like it in this generation, it has took a turn and it has made it seem like the man's happiness does not matter. Mm-hmm. It has made it seem like, well, if she ain't happy, the house ain't happy. And that's actually not healthy. Because how much turmoil do you have inside of you as a wife, as a woman, to where when you're not happy, you destroying your house? Not a good look.
And it goes both ways, especially if you have a man that like you're letting lead your house. If he had a bad day at work and your house is not peaceful when he come home, y'all all gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna feel it.
Yeah. And that's not how it should be. But I don't, like I said, I don't like that phrase. I never seen a phrase that specifically is for men, but I love the happy house, happy spouse. We both working on happiness. We both working on making sure not only we are happy, that our spouse is happy. And not happy as in I'm supposed to make you happy, but I'm doing the things that you love. Okay, you like Sunday football. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take me and the kids out on a date so you can have a house to yourself peacefully. Like those are the things that I'm meaning. Making sure your person have their me time, instead of always needing to be in your face or always needing to do activities with the kids. Like give them time to breathe a little bit. Man say because nothing rhymes with husband. They don't have a phrase for y'all because nothing wrong with husband, huh? So then I'm gonna let you answer this one. He said, how did you know you found the one you were going to be happy with?
I felt safe with him.
That's good.
He was outside of what I was used to dating. And I don't remember who it was I was talking to, but it was an older woman. And I'm just saying, I was going from fuck boy to fuck boy.
Yeah.
And every time, the first, couple of months, I had that butterfly feeling. Yeah. And it was an older woman. She told me, the next man you have, if he give you them butterfly feelings, run. That ain't the man for you. Run. And she said, you want to feel safe with the next man you with. Like you just gonna feel a sense of peace. And when I tell you I have that, like I feel safe financially, I feel safe emotionally, I feel safe physically.
Yep.
Like you just know.
Yeah. And those matter. I ain't gonna go into detail on this live because I don't want to take away from the marriage part, but I think people are looking so much to be safe or at peace or happy to where we are settling way too fast. And we are literally going overboard for a person who has not proved to us that they have made us safe. You buying me gifts, taking me on vacations, giving me good sex, that does not make me feel safe. But I feel like when people do that to us, we automatically trick ourselves and say, oh, we're safe. This is our person. And they have done nothing to prove to you that they are your person. And that goes for men too. Because it's a lot of women out here finessing good men as well. So this ain't just, talking about men being bad, for women.
No, like when I say safe, you need to know that you can sleep at night and not be worried about, if he's not in the bed next to you, where he's at or what he's doing. If you don't forget to cook his meal, you need to feel safe in the fact that he's not gonna come home and black your eye. And then for men, like you said, it's a lot of women out here finessing. You need to feel safe enough that you can send her to the store with $100 bill and she gonna bring you your change back. Or you need to feel safe enough that you can leave your phone around her or your wallet and she not gonna,
And, and
invade your privacy.
and another safe with that, you talk about the money part, because a lot of men, a lot of women use men for that money. The part two, hey, I need my nails and hair done, right? And I know he a good man. I know he don't mind assisting me. If my stuff costs $200, I'm not gonna tell you it costs five. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna manipulate you like that. I'm not gonna use you like
Right.
that. I'm gonna make you feel safe enough to know that I'm gonna be truthful with you no matter what, because I know you got me, and I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
it the same way. So it's this could be talk, y'all. This is why I do my platform. It's so much to talk on, ain't enough time to do it, but we got to get to talking, y'all. We got to get to talking. But I don't want to be on here too long, so let me go ahead and get to my next question so I can get off. If y'all do got more questions though, I will get to y'all questions once I'm done with mine. um so then the next question is, give an example of how a wife can make a marriage a happy one.
First you need to have your own piece of whatever. If you have a business that you're running, if you have a hobby or something, you need to be able to go to your own little corner and get yourself together, have yourself happy. Then you can come back to your marriage and just do little small things for your man. Like you said, if he likes to watch football on Sunday, put the channel on ESPN or wherever they watch football at, cook him the little game day snacks, and you go find you something to do. Let him enjoy the game.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be all up in his way.
Yeah. All right, thanks, P. I always appreciate your commentary. Thanks for tuning in. Um,
Thank
but
you.
yeah, like if he got a man cave, anything, like, yeah, like leave that man alone for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, don't bring the drama that happened at work or social media drama. Give him room to breathe just
Mm-hmm.
for a second. Don't we us as women, we so emotional, we so all over the place. We could talk about 7 different topics within 1 minute, and sometimes our man need time to process it. Like, dang, what we talking about now? Because I thought we was just talking about, this. So like, you give him time to breathe for a minute, relax his mind. He need his mind relaxed as well.
And I'm glad you said that because, like, I also don't want like women thinking like, oh, you just gotta let everything slide, or
Yeah.
like if it's something bothering you, you can't like address it.
Yeah.
But if there is a problem and you want to address it, say what you need to say. Be calm and respectful. And if he needs a moment, like you said, if he need a moment to process it, say, okay, I can give you that, but this conversation ain't over. We're gonna come back to it.
Right.
Give him that space that he needs to get his thoughts together.
Yeah, and I love how you said that as well. I know I was talking to somebody one time, and I was asking him something, and he was just like, I need a minute. Like, you trying to press me to give an answer right now. Like, give me a minute to think. And our minds be like, oh no, you just trying to think of a lie. And like, that's not even healthy, because it's like, why are you asking for a question if you feel like they only just gonna lie? Well, why are you here with them? Like, what are we doing here? If I don't trust you, what are we doing?
And I had to learn that.
Yeah. Why am I putting myself through that? Like, we as women got to also understand, like, men don't process as quickly as us. I ain't gonna call them slow, but we a little bit faster than them in processing. So like, sometimes they do need, sometimes they can give you an answer right away. Sometimes I need a minute. Like, because sometimes they love you enough to where they don't want to respond right away because they know they'll hurt your feelings. So it's like, give me a time, give me a minute, let me process this. Now, if it has been like, a week or whatever, hey, you ain't said nothing back to me, bring it up. Of course, not in how we get, not in that way, but respectfully bring it back up. And hey, you ready to talk about that? It's still bothering me, type deal. Shayla said, yes, it's a time and a place to address certain situations. It definitely is. And I don't think us as women, I think we got to learn that men don't necessarily talk as much because they be hoping you don't bring up nothing anyway. So they don't need the time like we be needing to, talk about things. So yeah, we definitely got to learn the time and the place to address our person that we say we love. So going on to, I know you're not a man, but you're married. You've been married. You're long enough. You kind of know some things. So Give an example of how a husband can make a marriage a happy one.
Learn love languages. Learn your woman's love language and learn yours. Don't just automatically expect her to know what you need or what you want. Sit down and have a conversation with her. And if that woman love you, she'll be willing to do whatever it is you need to make you happy. So just communicate and let us know what you need.
Yeah, and it's for that one, it's so much easier said than done for men. And I'm gonna say, as far as just saying what you need, I run across so many men who, and it's detrimental to hear this. I hate to hear it, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm trying, but I have not figured out how to fix it because it takes more than just me fixing it. But a lot of men have said they just rather not open up. They just rather not because they've been in so many situations where when they do, the woman have literally used everything they said against them. And in the most wrong times, whether that's publicly in a post, publicly in front of like friends and family, like she's used that as a knife to stab him every time that she got when she was mad. And I hate to hear that because I know we do that as women. Our tongue is very sharp, but it's easier said than done. But fellas, yes, you got to, if you feel safe with this woman, and if this particular woman has never done you that way, you got to try again. You got to try again. You got to give her that grace and the opportunity to be able to talk, or for you to talk to her about what you're dealing with, or things that she's not doing right. Open up. Got to talk about it. You can't stay closed off.
And ladies, we have to realize, like, give them the space to be vulnerable. If they say something that you don't necessarily like, sit on it before you respond, because it probably took a lot out of him to give you that.
Yep.
And then if you like just shoot him down, or you say something that it's like, dang, and like I could have like not even told you.
Yeah.
That's gonna make him shut down, and he's not gonna share with you anymore.
And that happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. And then I always see women on Facebook, and I hate this part too, when men will express why they're not saying something anymore, the women will come back and be like, well, it's the women you talk to. That's such an insult. That's such an insult, because if this man have gave 10 women that same chance and they all did it, yes, it's the woman he talked to, of course, because he chose her, but there's no way all 10 of these women have literally stabbed him. Now the problem becomes the women. Like, why are we so sharp with our tongue like that when we're mad, especially to a guy that we say we love or that we're married to? So I know some people have said good night. They're getting off. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do have one last thing for her, and then we are getting out. If any of you guys want to ever jump on this podcast for a topic, y'all, I'm always open. Let's talk about this. That's what this platform is for. It's time to get us back healthy, being healthy people, healthy individuals, so we can have healthy marriages and healthy relationships. But on the last thing, can you give us any last words of wisdom?
You said you wanted to give me the hard questions. You saved the hard one for.
I thought my questions was hard. They was not out of the park. Like, okay, these weren't hard enough.
Just always choose your person. Always choose to love your person, no matter what y'all go through. If your purpose is worth it, if that person is worth it, and y'all not going through anything enough for you to just be like, okay, like I'm done. Choose love. Continue, like, fight to choose that person. When you on the downhill slope of that roller coaster, that's when you love on your partner the hardest. That's when you show them the most love.
I love that. I thank you for being a guest. Wisdom, so graceful, so feminine, so peaceful. I love the energy, man. Like, you are the type of wife that I need to be looking up to even more, especially because I want to get married again. So I love that energy.
Girl, call me. We can go out and have lunch.
Okay,
or anything.
I'm down. I'm down with it. And I do want to speak to the part where you said choose you. I really love that because I don't think we understand that it's never going to always be I love you every day. So you have to purposely choose your person. You got to
Mm-hmm.
purposely choose them. And that's the only way we're going to get out of like selfish mindsets or get to the point when we are mad at you. We going to think, you know what? I'm mad at you. I want to punch you right now. I probably want to push you off a cliff, but I choose you. So because I
Mm-hmm.
choose you, I ain't gonna push you off that cliff and I ain't gonna punch you. So I love that. Thank you again. Thank you, the viewers, everybody that comment. I will see y'all. If y'all follow me, I will see y'all on Facebook. And